Ladies and gentlemen, today we are witnessing a moment that very few thought would ever come. What was once dismissed as speculation, rumor, and even conspiracy has now become undeniable reality. The long chain of events that we have been following for months has finally reached its breaking point. This is no longer just a turning point, this is the end. Across political circles, economic markets, and everyday conversations, the shock is the same. How could this have happened so suddenly, and why did so many refuse to believe it until now? The truth is that the signs were there all along, but they were ignored, underestimated, or deliberately hidden. Tonight, we will break down this shocking development step by step. We will examine the unbelievable twist that shattered all expectations, the breaking point that made continuation impossible, the global shockwaves that followed, and finally, the aftermath, what comes next after the end. It began quietly, almost invisibly. For months, analysts warned that something was building beneath the surface, but few took it seriously. The official narrative painted a picture of stability, of calm, of progress. And yet, beneath the polished speeches and carefully crafted headlines, reality was telling a very different story. The unbelievable twist came suddenly, a single announcement, a single move, that flipped the board upside down. What had been seen as solid ground turned out to be quicksand. The unshakable foundation collapsed overnight. This was not just a change in circumstances, it was a betrayal of expectations. Those in power had promised continuity, but what they delivered was chaos. Citizens woke up in disbelief, trying to process the fact that the impossible had just happened before their eyes. The irony, of course, is that the warning signs were everywhere. Economists pointed to cracks in the system. Political observers noted growing tensions. Ordinary people whispered about discontent. But the mainstream dismissed it all as noise. And so, when the twist came, it was like a lightning strike out of a clear sky. The magnitude of this turn cannot be overstated. It was not just a minor adjustment or a temporary shock. It was the collapse of a narrative, the death of an illusion, the sudden unveiling of truth that had been hiding in plain sight. In the hours that followed, disbelief turned to anger. Social media exploded with reactions, some in shock, some furious, others triumphantly saying, "We told you so." But regardless of perspective, one fact was clear: history had just changed direction, and there would be no going back. The twist was more than an event, it was a revelation. A moment when the curtain was pulled back, and the entire world was forced to confront a reality it had been avoiding. Few believed it could happen. Fewer were prepared. And now, the consequences were spreading like wildfire. Every system, no matter how strong it looks, has its breaking point.